that may not know me and April, I'm Bob Wagner, and this is April. And on Monday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern, we always spend about a half hour, sometimes a little more, doing a weekly fast start training. You know, it's dedicated to the business side of building your LifeVantage business. And today, you know, today's an exciting day. We have it's the end of the month. And I don't know if you've ever gone through an end of the month, but it's, you know, if you've done business throughout the month, the end of the month gets really exciting. You know, and I've said it before, and I see some folks on here now, but you know, there's some folks that, you know, enrolled 10, 15, 20, 25 people this month. And you know, and your options get vast. Like, you have a lot of options at the end of the month on how to turn that into a whole lot more business. So a couple things that and April and I are going to go back and forth with you, but we have 3 days left. Okay, so we have till midnight Wednesday night to close out the month. And this is the opportunity when you look and see if you have business in your holding tank from people that you've enrolled, and you kind of challenge your team, or you incentivize your team to close out the month strong, and you offer them some of the people in your holding tank to put them under them. Okay, that's, you know, that's what the holding tank is there for. It's to motivate and place people under teammates that are doing a good job, okay, in the business. And you always use it as incentive to drive more business. So it kind of goes something like this. Let's say Zuma was on my team, and well, she is on my team, but let's say, you know, I had sponsored Zuma, and I said, Zuma, you're really, really close to hitting Pro 3 this month, okay? And for those of you that may not be aware what Pro 3 is, that's somebody that's done 5,000, you know, in a month, okay? 5,000 points in a month. And maybe she's got, you know, 4,500, and maybe I have 200 in my holding tank that I could offer her. And I could say, hey, Zuma, you're close. If you can get the other 300, I got 200 to give you, and we can get you to that 5,000. Okay, so in any sort of scenario like that, okay, but you use it as incentive, you use it to reward good behavior, and most important, you use it to drive more volume. So you're looking to turn whatever number it is that you're at into a bigger number. Okay, that's the incentive on that. So, you know, again, we have, like I said, I just want to acknowledge a few people. You know, Jaya is the youngest person on the call tonight. Okay. She always is the youngest person on the call. So she's the youngest person on the call, and she has set a record for her business, all-time high sales volume this month. So would everybody just say congratulations to Jaya?
Keep it going, Jaya.
The youngest person on the Zoom increased her business the most this month. Okay, so congratulations, Jaya. I don't know if Katerina Grija is on, Dr. Grija, but she's got something like, I don't know, 20 something enrollments in her first 40 days. She's got a good chance at hitting Pro 3 this month at 5,000 points in like 45 days. Okay, so and a number of them are distributors. They weren't all customers. 3 or 4 of them are distributors. And you know, so I want to say congrats to her. I know Dana personally has 10 or 12 people enrolled. She's doing the hockey school thing tonight, so she'll watch the replay later. But anyway, you know, great job, everybody. Okay, it's for us. The team is up 20,000 for the month. Okay, so as a unit, the entire unit, we're up 20,000 for the month. So the enrollments as a whole, as a team, has a chance at setting a record, okay, depending on how we close out the next 3 days, but it's the best since before the pandemic. Wow. So it's the highest number of enrollments since before the pandemic. So, you know, obviously, and the thing that, you know, sometimes we overlook a little bit is that we forget some of the damage that the pandemic did, you know, to a lot of businesses and stuff. So, you know, it's really good. But the other thing, the two biggest months we've had are July and August, and generally the summer's a little slower. You know, this is a business driven by women, okay? And women are taking care of kids and vacationing and the house and maybe homeschool. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And generally July and August are a little bit slower, okay? And not this year. I mean, and that's because we get to do business from our phone. We get to do business from our laptop. We get to do business from our kitchen table. And we're not tied in to always needing to be present in a live meeting in a hotel somewhere, in an office, where we're not in that situation anymore. Things have changed. So we're excited, but I'm excited to see how things close out. I know April's going to take a couple minutes. Our biggest event of the month is yet to happen. It's tomorrow night. Okay, so if you really want to see what can happen in your business really, really fast, you have tomorrow night, okay, to get people on the College Inn launch that we're doing on Zoom tomorrow night. You have an opportunity to get people plugged into that. And I know we have people that are considering the business. We have people considering the product that we're plugging in. But tomorrow night is a good time to do that, okay? It's 8:30 Eastern. If you need the invite, you know, everybody's kind of been posting it. You probably have seen it. But if you need it, just text us, or, you know, whatever, if you want to see what we're sharing and what we're posting. But April, why don't you go?
You know, it really has never been a more exciting time. You know, when we think about our original product that we tried to describe so often for Tandem, it was really hard, and it was a select group of people that really, you know, wanted to make sure that they aged well and you know, offset disease and inflammation and all that stuff. The collagen really is just before and after pictures. And I know some of you, because I've talked to you, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, discouraged because you're not quite seeing when you hear somebody else that's got 25. We all bring different traits to the table. And the one thing I can tell you is you just need to get out there and post more. You need more in Messenger. And I said this last week, it's not, you cannot put one thing up there and expect people to, you know, answer it. Facebook rewards you. Just always think about yourself. I always think about myself when, you know, how I act on things. And, you know, there are quite a few times where I need to see things again and again. And maybe I come real close to buying. You know, they talk about the number of people that go into a shopping cart and go out, and then you decide not to buy. We need to treat ourselves like we would treat ourselves buying online. You know, and the one thing I could tell you about that is the more that you're having conversations, and particularly the more you are asking the question. So when I think about tomorrow night, if I haven't been super active on Facebook to date, I might reach out to a few people and, you know, depending on your previous conversation, say, hey, would you do me the favor and hop on this Zoom tomorrow night? Obviously, I haven't done a good job of explaining to you today, or, you know, maybe I haven't told you about it or whatever. Because I got to tell you, the feedback from the people that we are getting on the product has been huge. But again, they see picture after picture after picture before, you know, they're able to get on. A lot of times they ask the information and come back. So, you know, if you've not been really, really active on social, and by that, I don't mean you need to be some, you know, attraction person there. You just need to, again, got to be up in stories, got to be commenting on stories, got to be commenting on posts, got to be in Messenger talking to people. And once you get all that, adding friends, Facebook starts to reward you. You know, I was just recently told again, only 5% of your people see your posts, only 5%. So it's a little amount unless you've actually got some big numbers and you're doing that. So go through your contact base. Don't spam them, but, you know, send a text. There's actually a lady I was listening to the other day. She has not really built her business on social. In fact, she's got a huge business. Most of it has been through parties, and she's a texting queen. Did you hear me? A texting queen. She took the contacts that she had in her phone, started to reach out to them. If it wasn't that person, who else do you know that might be interested in this? You know, who else can I talk to? People love to refer. If it's not them, they'll refer somebody to you. You know, if they don't care that their face looks prune-like or whatever, fine. You can have wrinkly skin, you can have old skin, but not everybody feels that way. And we all know people.
Did you notice April just called people prune faces?
Prune
Did you?
face, yeah.
Not you, nobody on the screen here. No.
Not here. I just those people that you know.
You're saying, wait, that's something Bobby would say, not April.
You know, those people that don't want to be activated like we are, that's fine. But we all know people that we could refer that would be interested in that. And you know, that referral is no different than the way that you do a three-way. Just let that person know I'll be calling. It's, you know, we can, like I said, that lady has made $1 million business out of her phone, just texting with the contacts. And you know, that is the one thing we all have going for us at our age, the number of contacts we have in our phone. You know, if we were only 20, we might not have all those. They might be on social, they may be different ways. But at this age, we have lots of people. And, you know, there's nothing wrong. I don't know if you've ever done this. You know, I always wish that I had a better memory for names. A lot of times I'll remember a face, but I'm not always the best with names. You know, I've kind of gotten over that. And if I meet you at a party and I don't know you, I just say, hey, I'm so sorry. I remember meeting you, but I don't remember your name. You know, and they're kind of flattered by that I cared enough to try to at least remember their name this time. Oh, Bobby showed me as 4,772 contacts. So it doesn't matter how many you have.
You could not text them all, folks. You just couldn't do it.
Right.
There's no way.
So, you know, be a collector of names. You know, think about it. If they're not in your phone, you know, one of the things that I used to do, and this goes way back, but you know, maybe you've got a church list, you know, a church directory, a bunch of telephone numbers. Maybe you've got something that's related to school. Maybe you have something that's related to, maybe for me, it might be a tennis roster, bunch of different names there. It might be, you know, PTA. I mean, there's all different things, groups that we're part of that you probably don't think about letting them know what you're doing. I mean, it's kind of silly if we don't let them know what we're doing, because then they can't get the benefits that we're getting. And I know Bobby was tickled pink with somebody he just spoke to that I put on product a little while ago. And he was like, she really likes this stuff, you know? And so, because those are the results we're getting.
Let me share with you what happened. If you look at my, no, I'm not. If you look at my stories, I took Michelle Poe, got a bunch of testimonies from people, and she asked a real simple question. She said, would you mind telling me what the most unexpected result was that you got when you started taking the collagen? Because everybody's taking it for their face, okay? They want to see lines go away, the turkey neck go away. You know, they're taking it for the skin. So she took a survey and said, how many, what was the most unexpected benefit that you got from using it? And she got, you know, tons and tons of them back, and she posted about 15 of them. So I took them and posted them, and somebody, April, had put on the product a couple weeks ago, just started getting all giddy over it and just say, hey, I'm taking it in the morning. Would it be better if I took it at night? Hey, do you know if they'll let me take it on a cruise ship? You know, I'm going to be cruising. And I said, well, we just flew with it and they didn't bother us. So it's probably going to be okay. You may have to check your bag if you're taking 20 bottles with you, but I'm telling you, it's just from posting. And this is someone that, has been on the product 2 weeks, that's just super freaking excited and doesn't want to go on a cruise without it. I mean, and that's how excited people are getting with it. So April.
So again, if you've not been active on your Facebook, we have our collagen launch tomorrow night at 8:30 East Coast time, depending on where you are. you can use your phone for texting, just, pick, text somebody and just say, hey, do me a favor, let me know, have you ever used a collagen? Just like you were talking to your friend. Hey, I saw some stuff about collagen. Are you interested? Do you use it? What do you know about it? Get the conversation started and just say, hey, I kind of found out about this, whether you're using it or not. Let's take a look. Let's be on this Zoom tomorrow. I see there's some guys on here too. There's a video. If you don't have the link, we can share it with you. But, guys can get some really great results with the collagen as well. Dr. Dondi did something that we call a PG-13 that you guys can imagine. It helps guys in different ways than girls. So, I don't know of a guy that wouldn't love to have a great conversation about things in the bedroom that get better. I mean, that's just enough of a curious, that's like a magazine line you'd see in the supermarket pulling out, how to make things better in the bedroom. There's not a guy out there that wouldn't say, heck, I'll spend a half hour to find out what's going on. So, we just got to turn the conversation into a way that's better for us and we're more comfortable. I can tell you that's how I got one guy in particular on product. He happened to be on our Protandim products. Didn't feel like he was getting some major results. And I just say, hey, there's this PG-13 video going down. I'm not going to explain a lot of it, but you might really like it. He watched the video and he bought products. So, I mean, it's just, it's that simple. But if we don't open up the conversation, nothing happens.
Well, and that's the thing, folks. It's just a conversation, and I know everybody struggles with conversations, but, if somebody sat next to you in church, you'd say good morning to them. How you doing? How was your week? You would. We just need to get into conversations with people, and you'd be amazed at the doors that open that allow us to share with people. And the only time that doesn't happen is when we don't speak, when we don't text, when we don't post. Okay, then we have nobody to speak to. Okay, because we didn't talk, we didn't text, we didn't post. So when you do, this is a topic. The benefits from collagen, we have absolutely disrupted the collagen industry. Other companies are freaking out. There's people that have been on collagen for 4, 5, 6 years, swore by the brand they're on, like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and are seeing results that people are getting in 30 to 60 days on ours, and they are freaking out. Okay, it's like, now wondering, what did I spend my money on for 7 years? These people are doing better in 30 days than I did in 4 years, and when you start getting that going on out there, it creates a lot of excitement. And we were on an elite Zoom today with corporate. I don't know how many, and again, I'm going to switch topics a little bit here, but if you're thinking about going to Phoenix in October, stop thinking about it and go. They're going to do some really cool stuff. That's our global event. It's our big one. Okay. And, if you can see, you still got almost 2 months, it's the end of October. And, they were just teasing us a little bit with some of the things that they're going to be doing, some of the promotions they're going to tie into collagen, just some of the stuff, and it's really going to be a fun time. It's 3 days. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so if you're thinking about it, if we haven't met you, we'd love to meet you. If we have, we like hanging with you. But consider going.
So, just 2 more things. Yeah, you definitely want to go to global. We're going to have a blast. But when I think about the numbers, and if your numbers aren't up, I want you to keep in mind that the people that, and we actually had a conversation with one of the ladies over the weekend, and she finally said it back to us. It's consistency. It's every day doing a little something. And what happens is that adds to your funnel. And that's when it allows things to fall out. That it's a numbers game. You will have had enough conversations. It's nothing you're saying. It's when it's that person's time,
Right.
That person's time to make money, that person's time to get rid of their wrinkles, that person's time to feel better. It's totally up to them. But if you've not put enough feelers out, enough conversations, enough touches, you're not allowing them to come back and say, hey, do you remember that conversation we had 3 months ago about, I mean, you'll get the immediate yeses, But that person that can get all those numbers has a lot of people sitting on the fence, a lot of people that are watching what they're doing, thinking about it, maybe saving. I know with the college, and I'm back to people, can I give you cash? Can I Venmo you I told him, I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this or not because we've been such a clean credit card business, but there are people that are scraping by money because they're seeing the results that people are getting with the product.
Or their spare money is cash. What they do on the side, they get cash and they want to use cash to buy stuff. So we said, what the heck, man? You want to Venmo cash? We'll put it on our card. It's not a big deal. I mean, but here's the thing. And some of you, knew us from our first company. There's nothing like being involved in the beginning. Okay, whether it's a brand new product launching or a brand new company launching, and we have both going on. We got this brand new product called activated collagen that has totally disrupted the market, and it's created a brand new business opportunity within LifeVantage. And, I was just getting a girl started up in New York today, and I just said, look, and we were going over the packages. And I said, I could tell I pressed your hot buttons with collagen. So start with collagen and we'll work you into the rest of the products as you begin doing business. Because she just got all crazy over the collagen. And I said, the package is going to come with Protandem, which is what launched the company to begin with. And, we get you 3 people started and at the same rank, same package, and you're even. So I went over what it would take for her to get her money back. I said, and then once you're even and you're making money, start trying the other products and start promoting the other products. But let's just get you rolling with what got you excited, because what works in this business is excitement and fun. And you let a person have fun and be excited, they will do it all day long. Okay. If you tell them they got to go to school to learn how something works, now they're going to be miserable, just like they are a lot of times with the job that they have. Okay. So don't ever discount excitement and fun. And this particular lady, okay, and we had a lot in common with COVID, with law enforcement, with military background. We had a lot of different things in common, but what she got excited about was sharing the collagen. Her mother overheard our conversation, and I heard her mother saying, I want that. Like, when can I get that? How can I? And I said, well, we just need to get you enrolled and then your mother can order. Okay. But, so that there's a lot of excitement going on. And so don't ever discount fun and excitement. It overrules everything. That is what people want in their lives. Look at what's going on in this country and look at what's going on in the world. Do people need to add something on that's going to aggravate them? Or do they want to add something on that's going to be fun and exciting? I mean, put yourself in their shoes. Do you want to add something that's going to aggravate you just so you can make some money? Or do you want to have fun and be excited and make money and be more excited? So that, just keep that in mind. And you'll see tomorrow night, we got 20 something people on here. Just think about this. Let me show you how the numbers work. If everybody here just got one more person on tomorrow night than you were planning on before we started talking tonight, that's 20 potential customers or distributors. Okay. That in itself is probably $5,000 in itself, just on initial orders between a few distributors and some customers. That's what goes on in your business when you get somebody excited. They don't talk to one or two. Okay. They talk to everyone that's in their phone. They start sending messages or videos to everybody that's in their phone. And that's where the multiplication happens. So do you want to open it up, or you got something else?
Just some notes for tomorrow night. So again, tonight, this is what I'm doing personally. I will make sure that I've touched base tonight with everyone. Just a reminder for tomorrow night. Just as we're doing with you, that's exactly how I treat my list. It's on my whiteboard. I remind them tomorrow night, how was your weekend? I'm looking forward to you spending some time with me tomorrow night. Do make sure that your people are on early. If you've got I've got a friend that I know she's always late. She's probably at least a half hour late all the time. So I would tell her a half hour before. I'd tell her to be on at 8. So, you know your people, but tell her to be on 5 minutes early. Zoom can be wonky sometimes, and sometimes connections don't go, computers and stuff. And, just put the prefaces out there that, hey, you really don't want to miss the beginning. It moves fast. They're not going to waste your time, but you want to make sure that you're on at 8:30, because we see people still logging in 10, 15, 20 minutes,
Into it,
25
yep.
minutes into it. We only go 30 minutes.
Well, and keep in mind, we stay on top of the industry and what's going on in the industry with all the other top companies. And even though we're trying to keep it at 30 minutes, a lot of companies now are trying to get it down to 20, 25 minutes. Okay, so just imagine 25 minutes and your person logs in 5 or 10 minutes late. They've missed the entire product presentation, because it's not like the old days where you go an hour or you go 45 minutes. It's not like you don't have the 5 or 10 minutes to schmooze with them. Okay, you got to get right into it, because the attention span now is 20 to 25 minutes. So you just got to start and get the information out there. You can't pussyfoot around anymore with it. So we got to get them on a little earlier. Okay, and then keep in mind, once we start, we're doing the presentation and we're both logged in for it, but we may not see when they dial in, and they may sit there for a few minutes, before we admit them to the meeting. And that way, if they're on a few minutes early, you have none of those problems, and your person doesn't miss anything. Okay, you don't want April starts and her part is collagen. Okay, and explaining why and how it's different, and why it works so much better than everything else out there. You don't want them to miss that. I'm just showing them how to make a few dollars and how to get it for free. That real information is in that first 10, 12 minutes. So you definitely don't want, it's a collagen launch. So you don't want them logging in and just hearing dollars and no collagen, Now that seems kind of scammy, that doesn't seem like the same thing. It's like a bait and switch, and it's not, but they missed the beginning. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, so that general reminder, that they be a little bit early. And then I usually, again, hit my list with a quick text, about half an hour, depending on what my schedule looks like, about half an hour before the Zoom too, just to give them a heads up and stuff. So people need a lot of reminders, even if you're on Zooms for big companies these days, really big companies, they have a list now, and they'll actually send you reminders as Zooms are starting, because they realize, I don't know about you, there are Zooms that I genuinely wanted to be on, but because I got on a phone call and got busy, I missed the Zoom.
Yep.
So now people are reminding people, because it's just the way we are. My own son today yelled at me. I thought he said he was coming tonight. He's talking about Wednesday night, because I did not read the whole text. So, but that's everybody. I'm sure that's not me. I'm sure you've all done the same thing.
You ever get a text, you see it come in on your phone and you're doing something, and you read the first line, you never click on it. You just read that first line because that's what you can see. Yeah, well, that's what a lot of us do now. And maybe that line is a paragraph, but you only saw the first line. And, so anyway, look, it's all good. And I want to say congratulations to everybody, because we have set a record for enrollments, okay, over the last 3 years. It's already a record month with 2.5 days to go. We already got Jaya and Dana and Joanne looking at Pro 5. Jaya was only at Pro 4 for a month. Okay, and she's already looking up at 5, because the momentum is just happening. Okay, and we want everybody. Now, this is Monday. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the month's over and we start a new month. Don't you want to carry the momentum into the new month and just start it on fire the way we end it? That's how you get off to a fast start with a new month, is you end the current month on a run. And guess what? When you end it on a run, it doesn't all close, okay? You're working on everything, and some of it carries over to the new month, and you get in the first few days of the new month, and that stuff closes, okay? That's what happens, and you get yourself on a roll. So anyway, 3 things. So, well, tonight we're done, okay? But Tomorrow night, the launch, and Wednesday to close. What I'd like you to do is look at your personal numbers and see what's within striking distance for you and or your team. And you know, it's 1,000 points for Pro 1, it's 2,500 for Pro 2, and it's 5,000 for Pro 3. Anyone higher than that already kind of is watching and they know where they are, okay? But look and see if your team is within striking distance of 1,000, 2,500, or 5,000. And if they are, we want to help. We want to help push them over, you know, whether they need some three-way calls, whatever it is. We want to help. Zuma, you got 3 or 4 or 5 you got to look at, okay? That, you know, that I was looking the other day and they were 800, 900, 1,200. You got to check yours. And I know you do, okay? But
I need your help.
Jaya, we've gone over some of yours. I think you got a pretty good grip on it, but everybody's got to check, okay? So,
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope. Did you want to open it up quickly?
Anyone got any questions? We're not in a hurry, so if you got a few questions, we're happy to address them. Jaya?
Bob, I wanted to know about those points for the global. When you use the app to invite, I understand that. But the second one, Zoom, the only Zoom we use now is for the collagen. Of course, for Protandim, we are using the other Zoom, not the company Zoom.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jaya, our team isn't doing that. We're just not doing it. We've gotten better results doing what we're doing. So whatever they're doing, they can do. That was too confusing.
Three-way call. Sometimes I don't need to make a three-way
Right,
call.
right.
I'm able to manage it. So
The
how can I
momentum that our team has right now is far surpassing anything else that the company has been promoting. So we just ignored that promotion. Honestly, we just, I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it.
Okay.
So Zuma, did you have something? Are you good?
I might be calling you to pick your brain.
Coordinate some? Okay.
Hmm.
You know how to get me. Anyone else? Anything? Charlotte, I'm counting on you and Louise. And don't think that smile is getting you off the hook. Okay. I am expecting Pro 3 out of you and hopefully out of her, but at least a high Pro 2.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm challenging you. You gave me permission a while ago to challenge.
Yes.
I am.
And I'm supposed to get an order tomorrow morning. We're going to see how it goes.
Good. I'm cheering for you. Anyone else? We good? You know how to reach us, folks. So let's get some people on tomorrow night so that we can get you some new customers, new distributors, and make sure that the excitement and fun carries into September. In September, we set new records again. So that's the beauty of having it late in the month, like tomorrow. We can use the business to close the month out, and we can use the momentum to go into a new month. That's the beauty. So let's get some folks on. But have a great night, everyone. It's good seeing you. And reach out if you need anything.
Right.
Bye-bye.